as you can see, we are getting ready to talk about last night's Sunday Best that aired on BET. Alright, this episode we're paying tribute to Andre Crouch. His legacy, the music, everything just about this dude is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know who Andre Crouch is, just Google him. Chances are, if you are into gospel music, you have heard his songs, even if you don't know that they were by him. Alright, the episode started out wonderfully with a group performance from the 6 contestants. They did Can't Nobody Do Me Like Jesus. It was good. It was churchy. They served us. They were clapping, foot stomping, dancing around, getting their praise on. They looked good as well. Whoever did the styling for that performance, spot on. You know what I'm saying? Denitra showing all her thighs and everything. You better do it, girl, and serve them some sexiness, okay? And Joshua with his bow tie. And I got to give a shout out to my boy Ashford. You know what I'm saying? Because he stepped up his game too with the styling. So I liked what I saw, and I also liked what I heard. Another thing that I really loved about this episode is that throughout the whole entire episode, Andre Crouch, whenever the camera panned on him, he was receiving this tribute very well. I mean, he was moved by what he was hearing. He was moved by, you know, the younger contestants really grasping the nature and the passion and the emotion of his songs and just delivering them in their own way, but still not missing the mark with the message and everything. So I loved watching him, loving this episode. So now, let's go ahead and get into this competition. We have our 6 contestants, and to start things off, we have Alexis Spite, who came out and she did Soon and Very Soon. To me, it was a perfect performance. She sounded great. Alexis is doing, for the 2nd week in a row, what I really want to hear from her. More, and continue going forward. Less is more. When Alexis gives us less, you see more of her natural vocal ability come out. The riffs, the runs, a little squall, a little holler here, a little scream there. It's amazing. Great vocal control with it. I loved it. You did your thing, Alexis. All right, after that, Pastor Michael Lampkin came out and he did Oh, It Is Jesus. It was very nice. He served us pastor, he served us artist, and that's what I really like about him, blending 2 of those things together. So to me, that was my favorite performance from him thus far on the show. After that, Kizzy Walker came out and she did I'll Be Thinking of You. We saw a little different side to Kizzy. She still served us some of her jazzy nature. But at this point in the game, is it too little too late to be showing us that you're versatile? You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't my favorite performance of the night, nor was it my favorite performance from Kizzy. But she still did good. She sounded good, and she was serving us Karen Clark Sheard all night long. Anyway, after that, we have Joshua Rogers. Homeboy came out and did Expect You. He just did his thing. I liked it. I loved it. And for the naysayers, come on. You have to give this dude some credit, especially after hearing him finishing up the song after Donnie McKirkland, you know, was singing a little bit, and then he just passed it over to Joshua, and Joshua finished it up. You got to give this dude some credit. He is super dope. All right. After that, we had Ashford Sanders come out. He did Through It All. It was very nice, and I loved it. Probably not my favorite performance from him, but it was still really good, so it ranks up there. The only thing is, sometimes, depending on what he does, I love his charisma, I love his personality, loves how he interacts and engages with the audience. Maybe just a tad bit more, serve me a little bit more with the stage presence, all right? And what's up with his stance? Now, I'm kind of getting a little, you know, the whole to the back thing like that. I'm kind of getting a little done with that. But I don't know. It may be something naturally that he does. So if so, you know, hey, do you. All right. After that, closing the show was my favorite performance of the night. Denitra Moore, she came out and she did Jesus Is the Answer. Great vocal control. Denitra sang this. It was perfect. She looked good. She sounded good. She sounded confident. I'm ready to hear Denitra as an artist. I'm really ready. I think out of everybody on the show that's left now, she still remains the #1, in my opinion, who's ready to transition into being a gospel artist, being an artist, period, in the music industry. So I'm ready to see her perform. I'm ready to see tours, concerts, see her at events, Stellars, BMI, all that stuff, Celebration of the Gospel, all of it. I'm ready to see Denitra do her thing, ready for an album. All right. Now, we also had a special performance from Isaac Caree. If you've been been watching, he does background on the show as well. He has his own album out. They also brought out Zaccardi Cortez, who also released an album a couple of months ago. The two of them came out and they gave us We Are Not Ashamed. It was passionate, it was full of emotion, and it was spirit-filled. I really loved it. I think everybody went in. I have got to get to a live recording next season. Season 6, you're going to find me in Atlanta, Georgia for the tapings of the Sunday Best, because I want to know what goes on when the cameras go off. I'm sick and tired of not being able to see what's going on, alright? So, what a wonderful episode. We get down to the bottom. They're asking on Twitter who's going to go home. Make your predictions. You know my top 3, Denitra, Alexis, and Joshua, are untouchable, so they're not going anywhere. So I'm thinking Kizzy, and possibly, if we're sending home 2 people, Ashford is going to get the boot tonight. You know, so then they get all dramatic. Kirk is out there serving, doing his thing. He's reading, he's doing the Ryan Seacrest dramatic pauses and everything. They start eliminating people. They got Kizzy in the middle, and I'm just waiting for them to call her name and be like, Kizzy, you going home. And so I was like, oh, so they just gonna play with Kizzy tonight? And you know, telling people on the left and on the right, you staying, you made it through. But then they get to the bottom and they're like, guess what? Ain't nobody going home. So nobody was eliminated last night. I was really scared because it came down to like Ashford and Alexis, and I was like, yo, they really playing, because they called Kizzy's name, and I was like, okay, here we go, we getting ready, you know, she getting ready to get the boot, and they tell her that she's saved, you know, she gonna go ahead and go to the next round, and I'm like, what? Not why, but what is it that I'm not getting that's been saving Kizzy for the past 3 weeks? That's really what I want to know. So, it is what it is. Nobody was eliminated. It's a tribute show, so don't send nobody home on a tribute show. That just wouldn't be right. But so next week, 2 people will be getting the boot, and that is going to be really, really tough, because that means your fave is going home. Somebody's favorite is going home. Kizzy has a huge fan base. I mean, all of them. Michael, Ashford, Joshua, Alexis, Denitra. They all have a huge fan base. So the thing is, who do you guys think the judges are going to send home next week? Alright? My top 3, I really, really hope that they make it all the way to the top 3, because I'm not ready to let any one of them go this just yet. You know, so I gotta start preparing myself, because I'm gonna be on somebody's floor. Probably in this room on the floor, so when one of them gets sent home. But anyway, you guys know what to do. I want you to drop your comments below. Let me know what you thought about last night's episode, and go ahead and make your predictions for who you think is going home next week. All right, I'm thinking still Kizzy and Ashford are going to be the ones to get the boot, but you never know, because if they perform amazingly well next week, then they'll be saved. You know, it's tough. Right now, the competition is tough, and it's going to be hurtful no matter who goes home next week, all right? Drop your comments below. Make sure you guys thumbs up and like this video. I want you to follow me on Twitter. Make sure you also get that link below, ichoosegospel.com, and visit my blog for more gospel news, music, and reviews, all right? Go ahead and check that out. It's really super dope. Got some cool interviews coming up. Demita Haddon. I'm working on an interview with Vashawn Mitchell. I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to get him on the yacht. If y'all know Vashawn Mitchell, tell him to holler at Tasha at I Choose Gospel. Alright? But there's tons of stuff getting ready to come out there for I Choose Gospel. So you guys go to ichoosegospel.com, get LinkedIn, follow the blog, you know, sign up, Twitter, all that good stuff. Share this video as well on Twitter and on Facebook. I love you guys. I'm going to see you next week. Jesus can save, and God loves you. Alright, talk to you soon.